Hello, we're going to take a look at your MT5 final affirmation and what didn't go so right and what did go right. On the first problem, you correctly multiply both sides by 5, but then it got weird, and I don't like weird. Let's go from what you did here. 5 times 10 is 50, so we should have said 50 is greater than or equal to negative 6x. That's what I wanted to see. I don't know where you got 50 underneath the 6, so what we're going to do now is we want to get x by itself, so we'll divide both sides by negative 6. When you divide both sides by negative 6, you have to flip the inequality, so instead of being greater than, it becomes a less than sign. And if you notice 50 and 6, that part you did right. We can divide numerator and denominator by 2. So 50 divided by 6 is 25. 6 divided by 2 is 3. I'll put my negative sign up front because a positive divided by negative is a negative. Now you usually write x on the left-hand side, so I'll say x is greater than or equal to negative 25 over 3. And that's what we wanted for that question. Let's take a look at another one here. This one, I think you just you confused yourself. It says, to rent a certain meeting room, a college charges a reservation fee of $19, and, let me make this a little bit thinner, and an additional fee of $6 per hour. The chemistry club wants to spend less than $49 on renting the room. What are the possible number of hours the chemistry club could rent the meeting room? Use T for the number of hours. Write your answer as an inequality solve for T. So I like what you said here, 6T, because you're paying $6 per hour, but I got confused on the 21. Because it's $19 we pay for the reservation fee, and we want to spend less than $49. That's what I wanted to see. So the 21 confused me. I think it confused you too. So now, the opposite of adding 19, let's subtract 19 from both sides. And then we get 6t is less than 30. Divide both sides by 6. T is less than 5 hours. And that's what we're looking for in that question. On the next question, you just had a tiny mistake here. Let's take a look at it. 8v minus 29 is less than negative 5 times 3 minus 2v. Negative 5 times 3 is negative 15. Here was the mistake. A negative times a negative is a positive, so this should have been plus 10v. And then the rest of the problem, although you had that mistake, you were doing it right. But because you had that minus sign, it led to the incorrect answer. This question, you're really close on. It says, child's final exam has true-false questions worth 4 points each and multiple choice questions worth 5 points each. Let X be the number of true and false questions he gets correct, and let Y be the number of multiple choice questions he gets correct. He needs more than 90 points. That was the mistake. You had the hard part right. 4x plus 5y. But more than is not equal to. So it should have been more than 90. That's all we needed in that question. Then you would have had it right. The last question. Graphing this inequality. Well, let me draw the coordinate grid in. X. You did y on the problem. X is less than 3. You go over 3 on the x-axis. When you draw in your boundary line, x is always 3. Positive or negative y doesn't matter where y is, x is always 3. So you should have had a vertical line, and since we are shading less than would be to the left of your boundary line. Then you would have had it. And that's all we had to do for your Chapter 5 test. Like I said, you mastered that, but I want you to understand what you did right and wrong.